piece of stock here. This was a big fat piece of leaf spring that was about 3/8 of an inch thick, and it was probably just around 2.5 inches wide. I've been using my cross peen, and I widened it and I thinned it down, and now I'm just about over just over 1/4 of an inch and probably just over like 3 inches wide. And I've taken and I've drawn out what's going to be two small meat cleavers. I got the cut here, and that's going to be the handle for one. The cut here is going to be the handle for the other one. These holes here that I drilled, that's going to help later on when I start to widen it even more and draw the handle out. This round radius in here will help prevent cracking. So if you just cut it straight and then cut it straight, that right angle in there, it's going to be prone to cracking when you start to make the cleaver into its final shape during the forging. So the stock is pretty much set up to get ready to go, and now all I have to do is put it in the forge, heat it up. I'm going to use a hot cut to cut this last line out, and we're going to separate these two, and I'll probably just forge one in the video, so I'll probably forge this one. I got this little V right here where the hole was for the bolt that put the leaf spring pack together, so I thought that would make like an interesting front on the cleaver. So I'm going to start with that one. That's the one we're going to video. The other one I'll throw aside, do it another day. But the store is right now temporarily out of stock on these cleavers. These small cleavers actually sell pretty good. I've sold 4 of them so far. So I'm going to shut up, get the forge hot, and we'll get the camera back on when we start to hot cut that last segment there. Right now. Thinning to do, stretching out. Start on the handle. Doing half on, half off blows on the edge of the anvil. Could also use my straight peen. Take a couple heats doing that. Alright, so I work on this area up in here as I set it down. Well, I went right in the water bucket. Hope it didn't crack. Well, the other cleaver fell in my water bucket while it was orange. It cracked pretty much in a whole bunch of places. So I grabbed the other piece. I'm going to get started on it. When I get it back to where the other one was, we'll bring the camera back on. Alright, well, let's see if I can keep this one out of the water bucket. I'm going to start to shape this up a bit. Yeah. I'm just going to take a few heats. I'm going to work in this area right here. And this is where it always cracked if you don't put that, drill that hole. All right. So I'm going to take a few heats to get this where I want it. Alright, so got a bunch of work done up in here. Now I'm going to use the horn. Start to thin this body out and stretch it out longer. Kind of just focusing right along through here for now. Let's see if I can get this bow out of the edge. So I straighten that out. I might even do it one more time. Alright, so most of this handle tang is going to be ground off. But I do want to just kind of reshape it a little bit. It's kind of pointing up in the air right now. So right around the end, back here, do a little bit of a down swoop. Body of the cleaver pretty close to basically set up to get start getting the bevel in it. So I'm just kind of bending that handle down, and that's a lot more handle than I really needed. Alright, so now I've got the handle close where I want it. I'm going to start to put the taper in the body of the cleaver. I'm going to start at the top and pin it as I go down. Now we're going to really see this cleaver hopefully start to grow. A little bit of cracking right there I'm going to have to grind out. It seems to always crack right there. Alright, so we're still really fat down here. And I am relying on that material to give me the shape that I want to wind up with. Alright, keep going. Alright. Still putting this taper in. We're going to get down on the edge. Start a bevel now. I didn't get too much taper in it. It's pretty much just flat. Hanging in there right around 1/4 of an inch thick. We're going to come down here and start to do a bevel. Alright, so down here. Bottom. Now I'm going to forge in a bevel. And then I'm going to be cleaning it all up. Getting everything flattened down. Alright, I'm going to punch the hole that I like to punch up here. Actually, I have no idea what it's for. Wow, that's hot. I have to get a glove. That's hot. I guess you can hang up the cleaver on the rack with the hole. Let's see what it looks like on the other side. Might be able to get a shear on the first heat. Wouldn't that be something? So I got the hole in it. I'm going to expand that out a little bit. I'm going to expand this out a bit more. Man, it's hot. I'll probably stop it right there. Gonna hit this side real quick. Still in the dark heat, but I think it'll be all right. All right, there we go. Now we're gonna get back into the beveling. All right, let's get back on the beveling this thing. then I'm going to have a bunch of lumps to get rid of, a bunch of lumps. So I've kind of forged this kind of quickly. Alright, so now I pretty much just have a bunch of finish work to do. Quite a bit of punching, straightening, getting the lumps out. That's okay. Things has been moved quite a bit pretty quickly, so. I'm going to take a few heats getting all this finished out, and we'll bring it back when we're getting ready to do the profile on the belt sander. Just if I can pop some of the scale off this water. Believe it or not, it does work. Alright, I'm going to knock the forging off here. I've just been straightening up in the vise, brushing, doing some tippity taps. I think it's ready to go on the belt sander for a profile. I think I got a lot of the lumps out and a lot of the big flakes of scale, so just going to do a series of brushes and heat it up, cool it down, let everything normalize. I did move this metal at a rapid rate on the edge of the anvil, so did actually get a little bit of cracking in here. I got a grind past, which pretty much always happens when I make one of these. That's a really big stress point right there. So I'm going to continue to do some normalization cycles, heat it up, cool it down, do some brushing, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to turn the camera back on until after it comes off the belt sander, so show you the final profile. Alrighty, here is the cleaver off of the belt sander. I got this down to 120 grit finished. I probably have it ground down to about 3/16 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch on the edge. Like I said, it's a 120 grit belt finish, so still got a lot of work to do. There's going to be some hand sanding involved to get this thing ready for heat treat. Then after heat treat, handle, scales, and all that good stuff. But for the most part, we're going to go ahead and knock this video off here. If you want to continue to follow this build, you can look for pictures that I will be posting on my Instagram. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, checking out the cleaver, and we'll catch you on the next one.